Hey everybody, this is Patriot Prepper. If you're one of my subscribers or you follow my channel, you probably noticed that I've been missing for quite a while now. I think it's been over 6 months since I made a video. Well, there were a couple factors that sort of interfered with that. One, I've been busy, real busy, designing retreats. And designing them not for myself, because we have our retreats, but designing them for other people, for other groups, other families. And, working, being a prepper for over 35 plus years, you go through a lot of experience. And people are willing to pay for that. So as a paid professional prepper, I have a different standard than perhaps somebody on a YouTube or a forum. Because I have a legal obligation to provide a certain standard of competence. And that could be, challenging on top of the work that you have to do. All right, now the second thing that somewhat sort of held me back from making videos is that the people in my group wanted me to stop making videos. In fact, some of them wanted me to take down my videos. And they were worried about security, okay? And so, that had an impact to a degree, so I wasn't too keen on making them, but I told them at one point, I said, well, look, I'll leave the group, buy me out, pay me, because I'm pretty big, I own a big share, since I started most of this. And, I tried to explain to them not to be so paranoid, And yes, we need security, and I'm cognizant of that. So that's why I never, ever photograph or video our retreats or try to keep the locations in total secrecy. And that's pretty smart. It's kind of dumb to go on national TV or even YouTube or anywhere else and broadcast the location or anything that could help identify the location of your retreat. So that's a scenario there. Now, when I design retreats, I did it the way other people did it, starting over 35 years ago, traditional retreat, type Mother Earth type homesteading, if you ever read Mother Earth magazine. And, that's typically how people start. And I progressed through the year, more sophisticated, more complex design, but more effective design and more cost-effective design. Designs that you can defend. And the designs that I do now, I call them Generation 4, Gen 4 designs. These are designs that are built from scratch, designed from scratch with survivability and defense as the key parameters for every facet. The Gen 4 retreats are part of a system. And that system integrates everything from food to the way to your lifestyle, to defense, to every facet of the retreat, aimed at providing the highest level of survivability and defense. Those are the two key components. Now, I'm going to go through some of explain just briefly, because I can't get too deep into this. I don't have the time right now, and I'm too busy, but I will try. And what I'm really trying to work at is a way to get as much information out to preppers so that they can start integrating this into their retreats and into their designs and help them so they don't waste a lot of money and a lot of time building an inferior system. As far as like TV bunkers or shows, man, I think they're way too expensive for what you're getting. And also, in my opinion, I believe they are death traps. Simply put, nothing more than a death trap. I would not want to be in those. If there's a gang of 20 or 30 guys with AKs chasing your tail and you're stuck in one of those underground type bunkers. I think bunkers underground have a validity for radiation protection, and but I'm going to go through and explain to you briefly just the different distinctions between a Gen 1, Gen 2, 3, or 4, and I'm going to do it briefly, And I hope to start making a lot more videos, and I've been wanting to do that for a long time. It's just that, like I said, when I'm paid to do things, I have to do it. And it's not that I need the money, but it's just that, you know, money's okay. I mean, I retired from a lucrative career at the age of 40, which is 20 years ago. Okay? If I want to make money, I can pick right up where I left off and start making more money than I ever could in anything to do with prepping. So I'm not chasing a buck. Okay? But my time is valuable. I enjoy life. I have a lot of things to do. So if I'm going to take the time to do a massive undertaking like design or build a retreat, I have to be compensated. Pure and simple, professional level, professional grade prepping. Okay, some of you may also know that I'm a 5th degree black belt and developed a combat system called Extreme Combat Hapkido. And some of you know that I also worked in an avocation as a bodyguard, and I've been doing that for over 30 years. And I don't do it full time, but I still do it. I still have clients, and I've been in some gunfights as a result of that. You know, so I'm well versed in security. But as a bodyguard, you have to understand, it's not about shooting guns. If you have to ever draw a gun, that means you screwed something up. Or the odds were, you know, there's also situations where you don't always have control, but that's not what it's all about. It's prevention. It's prevention. And that applies to health too. You know, most people just eat bad diets, don't take care of their health, and something breaks, they run to the doctor and hope the doctor can fix it. Versus prevention. Prevention. As a bodyguard, I'm involved in preventing harm to my clients. As a bodyguard, I'm cognizant just not of their body, but of their property, the perimeter of property. You know, I've got to have secure systems to alert me if there's a breach of the perimeter. So a lot of this thoughts and technology applies also to a retreat and is built into the retreat. Okay, now let me get into the actual, what I talk about, a little bit about retreats and what to look for. Okay, in a Gen 1 retreat, it's usually a frame building like a farmhouse or country home that people bought away from the city. Okay, that kind of house offers zero protection. Okay, now a lot of preppers will try to harden that house and bring it up into a Gen 2. And from there they build steel doors or steel shutters, and they put something on the exterior of the home to hopefully stop bullets, which is retrofitting is sometimes always harder. Maybe that's the only method because you got to do it in steps. So that is kind of a Gen 1, Gen 2 situation. And now Gen 3 is, you know, I started looking at Mother Earth magazine over 45 years ago. My dad got one of the first issues, and I thought he was out of his mind. But I would look at them, and they were one of the first to bring up that I know of, like earth sheltered homes. And earth shelter type homes and underground type facilities, that's a Gen 3. And that offers a lot of advantages in some ways because you only have and there's ways to perfect that. I mean, I would never build just an earth shelter home the way they do it in Mother Earth magazine because I, like I said, designed it for defensive nature and survivability. So there's a lot of things you could do to improve an earth sheltered home. Now, the Gen 4 can integrate principles from Gen 1, 2, and 3, but it adds special features of 100% as much as possible, providing survivability and also having the ability to defend your retreat. Everything is in Gen 4, from the direction of the house to the land that you choose. I mean, choosing land is part of designing your retreat. You choose the land with the retreat in mind. Just like a piece of land that you develop for a golf course. There's guys that can take a raw piece of land, they can envision it and see, well, here's where this hole goes in the direction. Same with a retreat. Your retreat starts with the land. And that's how you build a Gen 4. is you learn some of the principles of what kind of land, where the land should be, the outlay of the land, the terrain of it, the elevation, what kind of ruggedness, hills, trees, all these factors, the types of water, all these factors play a role in building a Gen 4 retreat. So once you have the ideal piece of property, from there, then you build the ideal structure with all your perimeter defenses surrounding it. And perimeter defenses are everything from electronics to physical tripwires to barriers to what they call man traps. And I don't want to go into too much detail on that at this point. Okay, this video is running a lot longer than I thought. What I am going to try to do, and this is what I'm trying to do for all the preppers out there, is actually show you how to build a Gen 4. Give you actual directions. If I can get the information, compile it, get it together in some kind of format, I'm going to try to do that for you. So I know this is vague, but I'm telling you, this is what I do, this is what I know, is how to build a superior retreat from the ground up, from scratch, that is the most survivable and the most defendable. Now also keep in mind that my system of prepping is a little different than most people, because the nutritional program, survival nutrition, which is a aspect of it that I devised that allows you to the optimal level of survivability, and once again defense is built into it. So every aspect of this design, retreat design, integrates the aspects of a system of prepping that integrates the optimal level of survivability and defendability for the people in that retreat. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So this is just a highlight, a preview of what I'm trying to do. Once you see the Gen 4, how it works, and the system of prepping I devise, I'm going to give ways that you can help improve your current system. And I don't know if I'll be able to come to your retreat, possibly that's a possibility, and help you fix it up, help you get it so it's survivable. I mean, I'm working with people that have deep, deep pockets that want the best of the best. I mean, they have 1,000 acres and it's perfect land, and they've got the deep pockets and the money to do the best of the best. So God bless you. Keep on prepping and start watching. And if you can, prod me into getting this info for you. It might take a while to get some of the information, but that's what I intend to do. So God bless you. Keep on prepping. Patriot Prepper, over and out.